All right, we are live. We are good. We are live. What is up, party people? What's up? My name is Ryan McMorris, and welcome to 7 Figure Fridays.
Boom.
Boom. Just drop it on them. 2 commas on them. 2 comma Friday. Welcome to this live broadcast. We have a special guest with us tonight. His man is Austin Zuloff. What's up, my man?
Hey, just trying to grow up to be like you, boss. That's it. You know?
That's what they all doing, baby. That's what they all doing. So say what's up if you're just popping in. I have some amazing questions to ask this absolute rock star. And by the way, ladies out there, this beard is, this is the kind of beard you wish for, okay? Like Marine style beard, okay? So we're not going to be talking beards tonight too much. Okay, so this is not a tutorial on beards because this man has made multiple 7 figures in the network marketing space. So we bring you this amazing interview. Yep, I'm telling you, we dropping commas on you tonight. We dropping commas on you. Okay, take them to the bank. So say what's up. I know we'll hang on for about maybe like 20 minutes on here with Austin. He's gonna give us his all. And if you have questions, feel free to drop your questions below, and I'm sure he'll love to see what you got. Now, one thing with this interview, okay, here are the rules. Okay, here are the rules on 7 Figure Friday. 1, you got to share. Okay, if you're popping on, you got to share because we're gonna drop so much value on you tonight that you want, like everybody, you want your prospects seeing this, you want your mom and them seeing it, you want your team, you want your upline, you want your sideline, you want your crossline. Everybody needs to see this. So 1, you got to share. 2, if you're getting value, you let it ride. Let your thumbs ride on them little blue buttons, the green buttons, the laughs. Don't press the cry unless you just feel so overwhelmed with love for Austin's beard. Then you can press the cry button, but then only in that case. All right. And the one thing with these interviews is we're gonna keep it fun. Okay, this isn't gonna be no straight laced interview, okay? We're going to straight up try to embarrass Austin. I'm just kidding.
Let's do it.
No, that's what's up. So we got some cool people hanging on. I'm gonna pop on here real quick. But I know first question that I want to ask you, Austin. First question is, dude, your background is it's impressive, man. It's impressive because kind of tell us where you came from. Like where you from? How'd you grow up? Like where'd you kind of how'd you get into network marketing in the first place, man? Because like I know you were working at a plant when you started in network marketing, right?
Right. Actually, yeah. So my background is we'll go all the way back to when I was 19. Is I got involved in the direct selling profession with Combined Insurance Company, and that's door-to-door, business-to-business sales. And I did that for about 7 years. I actually broke a record in my region for becoming a sales manager quicker than anyone in the company's like 90-something year history. And I just had a knack for it, but don't think it's because of any natural abilities. My mom joined that company when I was 12. So I actually got brought up around Zig Ziglar, W. Clement Stone, some of the top sales and personal self-development leaders in the world in a face-to-face environment where I got to watch these people and learn from them. So I did have a little bit of an advantage in the sense that I was programmed from an early age. And then after about 7 years, they had a corporate restructuring, which basically meant that I was out of a job. And so I was so burnt out on sales. I thought that I would put my resume out there because I had trained tens of thousands of people in a classroom environment. I was an outside sales consultant for multiple Fortune 500 companies, developed sales systems for folks that just skyrocketed their numbers. But I thought that mattered enough that if I put my resume out there, someone would surely offer me a job making decent money, 6 figures, you know. But no one cared because that was 2008 going into 2009, right when the recession hit at its worst. And then I wound up in a factory, and I did that for about 2 years until network marketing saved my life.
Saved your life, huh? So when you say network marketing saved your life, like that's pretty out there. So
yeah.
So if you didn't have network marketing, what would have happened? Like where would Austin? Would you not have a beard? Would you not have a leg? Like what's up?
Dude, you have no idea. So I was working in Hitachi. It's a factory, and I think that's Japanese for dungeon, if I'm not mistaken. But it was 120 something degrees in there some days, and they didn't care. They would just work you until you fainted. There were people that were getting sick and fainting in there while we were working. It was bananas. I didn't even know people work like that in the United States. I thought that was something that, just we didn't do. But it was crazy. There was 2 days that I showed up to work and I was on the assembly line and I started crying because I was just like, I was miserable beyond belief. And I felt like there was no hope. There was no future for me. And at the time I had my daughter, and actually I had my son too. He was just a baby. And I was a parent, but I was a provider, but I wasn't a parent. Right. I was working 4:30 p.m. to 5 a.m. So I was working 12 to 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so I never got to see my kids. And when I did, I was too tired to play with them. And so it was really a situation where if I had kept doing what I've been getting, I would have kept getting. If I had kept doing what I've been doing, I would have kept getting what I've been getting.
Right.
And that obviously wasn't working. So, for an hour or two before I went into work every day, I would be in people's inboxes, texting, calling. I would schedule 2 3-way calls at 11 o'clock for my lunch that was 30 minutes. And I made sure that I had 2 of them set up that were pretty rock solid for that 30 minutes. And we would hoof it. They didn't know that I only had a 30-minute lunch break and da-da-da-da. So, and then when I got off work, man, I was doing the same thing for like another hour or hour and a half, just in people's inbox, responding to emails, hitting people up.
So that's pretty, I think that's something that could help a lot of people, man, because, we always talk about like daily routines and, what you'd be doing every day and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, you know what? 99% of people have 2 hours a day. 99% of people that are in network marketing, they got 2 hours a day. And it sounds like that's what you were doing while you were working full time, was you were just you were just getting the most out of that 2 hours a day. So for the person that only has 2 hours a day, for the person that's always in their own head that's saying, I don't have time, like what piece of advice do you give your people on your team? Because if you don't know, and for those of you that have been living under some type of rock or shell, or just don't have eyes or ears or whatever handicap there is, and you don't know Austin, this guy is the #1 income earner in his network marketing company. Okay, hoot hoot. All right, this dude has built teams in the tens, hundreds of thousands of people. This dude is the man. Okay, the man when it comes to network marketing. He's been speaking on stages in front of hundreds of thousands of people. Guys, this guy does network marketing. So when you built your teams, I know you're a guy, you're a duplication specialist, you're a system specialist. What's your main piece of advice when it comes to the person that says I have no time, or I've only got Austin, I've only got 2 hours a day, buddy. I don't know how to do this thing. I only got 2 hours a day. Yeah. What's your advice there?
All you need is 2 hours a day. So what I would tell folks is 2 things. One, before you go to bed at night, have your whole schedule for the next day planned out. And the reason why is because you're going to sleep better, first of all, and sleep is important. And then 2, they always say sleep is for suckers. Sleep is super important because you can't function at 100% if you're over there dozing off. The other thing is once you know how many people you can get the information in front of per hour with an appointment to follow up, then it just becomes a numbers game at that point. If you can get 3 people per hour in front of the information with an appointment to follow up, 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, what is that? 6 people per day, 6 days a week, which is 30. And even if you're really bad, that means that you're going to be sponsoring 3 or 4 people a week consistently. Here's the challenge though, discipline and consistency. So that's all it really is. 2 hours a day, and you can be full time in 90 days. I mean, obviously it depends on your comp plan and that sort of thing, but 2 hours a day, if you're adhering to this formula, 3 or 4 people per hour with an appointment to follow up, 6 days a week, take a day if you want to, whatever. then that's a situation where you can produce a full-time income pretty consistently, pretty quickly with consistency and discipline.
So when it comes to, and that's like, I mean, that advice right there is just boom, just amazing, right? But when it comes to consistency, why do you feel that most people struggle with consistency? Like, what's the one thing? Like, all the people here that are watching right now are saying, okay, well, I struggle with being consistent, right? I know I need to be consistent, right? But man, I can't be. I mean, I can't be consistent at being consistent or being inconsistent.
Yeah,
I just suck at. Like,
yeah.
What's the thing there? What do you think people could do if they're that person that's struggling with being consistent?
Well, I think the lack of consistency comes from a few different things. One, it'll either come from fear. There's going to be a point in time in which you let fear overtake you. But you got to remember that heroes are ordinary people who place their dreams before their fears. So whether it's the fear of talking to people, the fear of, not succeeding, or the whatever, fear can stop a lot of people. The other thing is that laziness, and laziness comes from not having a strong enough why, a strong enough reason. The lack of motivation, and it's funny, the word motivation comes from two words, motive, which would be a reason for doing something, and the Latin suffix ation, which means a state of mind. And so motivation is just a state of mind that occurs naturally when you have a strong enough reason for doing something. That's that's what it is, So if there's the laziness there, it's just because of the lack of motivation, that lack of a strong enough why. So if you want to be consistent, get you a new why, get you a new reason, something that really motivates you, and don't make it your kids and stuff like that. Because that's good. I've got 2 kids. That's great. Make it something that's totally 100% selfish. Okay. You have to be selfish when you're thinking about your whys, because it has to be something you really want. I just picked out a new house, and I'm grinding up until the first quarter like crazy. And then I'm going to let a bomb loose on the first quarter on the entire network marketing profession. And I'm going to pay for a 7-figure house within 3 months. So I mean, it's going to be a situation that I'm geared up.
You buying houses too? You buying friends' houses?
I don't need a long block. Yeah.
You buying friends' houses?
A what?
You buying a friend house too? The friend house?
You know what I'm saying? I'm teaching people how to get.
No, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, I know one thing that I wanted to ask you real quick, man, was, when you first saw network marketing, were you looking for network marketing? Were you the kind of guy that was like looking for something, or, were you brought the industry from a friend, coworker, that kind of thing? And, or did you get in the first time? Cause I know for me, when I first saw network marketing, I was like, what the hell is this? Like,
yeah.
What is it? I didn't even, but it wasn't explained to me very well. When I really saw it, I was like, hell yeah, I'm in, right?
Yeah, right.
So,
so for me personally, I wasn't looking for network marketing because I didn't know what network marketing was.
Okay.
But I did know that I had just defaulted on a home, and I was sleeping from couch to couch, eating canned food at the Salvation Army canned food drive. And you know how we always tell folks that you can't say the wrong thing to the right person?
Right.
Whenever I was over at my mom's house one day, and I was on Facebook, and I saw a guy that looked the part. Now, there's a key for you guys listening right now. I didn't know the guy. He just looked the part. He had a 25-year-old kid with a nice suit on, holding a microphone. Obviously, he was important. He was addressing some people.
Right.
It said Diamond Executive at such and such company. Okay. And I didn't know what a Diamond Executive was. Sounded important. I didn't know what the company was. Didn't care. I reached out to this guy and I said, hey man, listen, it looks like you got your stuff together. What are you doing and how can we partner? Okay. And he did exactly what he was supposed to do. He pretty much blew me off. He said, hey man, listen, I'm out to dinner with the formulator of one of the products in my company. If I were to send you a video that took about 10 minutes to check out, when would you get a chance to check it out? I said, dude, right now. So he sent me the information. I checked it out. We scheduled the time to talk later on. I didn't even make it to that time. 11 minutes later, I was hitting him up. Dude, done with the video. What's the next move? And he said, hey, man, listen, I'm kind of busy right now, but I tell you what, I'll give you a call here in about 30 minutes, or would 9 o'clock work better? You know, giving me options.
Yeah. But straight out of GoPro, right?
Man, and he followed. I mean, he could have been reading this out of GoPro.
Right.
He followed me up, got me on a 3-way call, and here's the only problem. It was $330, $660, or $1,320 to join this company, and I was beyond broke. I mean, I was homeless.
Right.
I was eating at the Salvation Army. But I found that won't stop the right person from getting started. So I sold everything that I had worth $1, even DVDs that literally they only gave me $1 at the pawn shop. And I took an entire paycheck, and I got involved at the highest level, $1,320. I lost my car the next month, but it took me about 7 months, and I had created a full-time income that was nice enough to where I could walk away from my full-time job.
That's awesome, man. Dude, that story right there, if that's not share-worthy, people, that story is crazy, man. And there's the air hockey king himself back there.
The air hockey king, absolutely.
So, I got this kind of a serious question, actually, man. What do you feel like is keeping the network marketing industry from being what it really could be? You know, like what do you feel like has the network marketing industry on crutches that, you know, it could be just, you know, speeding and changing the world. But what do you think's happening? What do you think's up right now?
Yeah, so, you know, I think that's an easy question to answer. I would say that core values. We've gotten away from core values. You know, doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Making sure that people feel appreciated no matter what. You know, never treating someone cheaply. You know, even if someone hasn't sponsored one person yet, or especially if they have sponsored one person, celebrating that one person they've sponsored.
Right.
You know, just good old fashioned work ethic, man. I mean, you know, you've seen a lot of those guys from 20, 30 years ago have created some amazing stories. And it's just work ethic and stick-to-itiveness. Another thing that I'll say is that, you know, find you a company that you like, stick with it, and stay in the right activities. You know, I've been in enough companies to last a lifetime. I've been in the company I'm in now just over a year. And as long as that company exists, I mean, I'm there. They're going to have to take a stick of dynamite to dislodge me from that company. And I don't think it'll be because I've had all types of offers, Ryan. I mean, like, you know, hey, here's a $250,000 sign-on bonus, you know, just build with us for 2 years, you know, and it's not worth it, you know, because it's a situation. Okay. Yeah. Don't allow. Sorry. So it's a situation where, sorry about that. It's a situation where, to me, it's all about what's most fun for me, where I can create the best culture, what feels like home, you know. Right. So stick to core values is basically the short answer to what you said.
Yeah, and I think you're right, man. I mean, I think that if we can get to a place where people start recognizing the network marketer as the person that, you know, oh man, network marketer. Yeah, they're the most professional people, you know, and they're the biggest tippers. They're the nicest people. They're the ones that donate to charity the most. You know what I mean? Right. We have to, you know, start being known as the people with the most core values, man. So you touched on something that I kind of wanted to elaborate on. You've been in multiple different network marketing companies. Now you're the number one income earner in a network marketing company. What advice would you give the person that may or may not be in the right company for them right now?
Yeah, so entrepreneurs, you know, they fail fast. You know, so I mean, if you're not in the right network marketing company and you know it's not, I mean, that's fine. It's okay. This is not my first company that I've been in. Okay, so if you feel it's not the right network marketing company for you, find one that is. You know, go ahead and fail fast. You know, I mean, I was in a company that I didn't feel very confident about for a while, grasping at straws, still trying to build. And you know, it's so funny. Whenever you're in a company like that, you try to build. You know, you try to get up the motivation and the want to actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in a company that it feels like home and you really like where you're at, you don't have to worry about it so much.
Right.
You want to, like, I want to wake up and work with the team. I want to wake up and coach my personals and my people. I want to wake up and talk to a few new people about what it is that I'm doing.
Right.
So what I would say is fail fast and go ahead and, move on. I always tell folks, hey, just the wording that I use whenever we're talking about the business, hey, we'll talk about it and we'll decide to move forward or move on.
No, that's what's up, man. That's real, and that's raw, people. That's raw, people. So I know one thing that I wanted to ask, especially since this is 7-Figure Friday. All right. So you've been in the network marketing industry, I think, 6 years, right?
Yeah, about 6.5 years.
6 years. How did it feel to make that first million? To watch the number go from $999,999? How was it making that first million? Like, what's that first million feel like? Did you feel like a different person? I mean, what do you feel like it takes to make that to put $1 million? And not only have you made your first million, because at the end of the day, most of us will make over $1 million in our lifetime. I mean, that's just, you make $50,000 for 20 years, you're a millionaire, right? But you've got, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you got millions in the bank and millions in investment accounts. So you stacking.
Well, I would never keep $1 million in the bank, but yeah, I do have $1 million set aside
somewhere. Okay, so the search is on, people. Not at his house right now. He's in Tennessee. So you know his address. Go to the backyard. There's an X out there, and you'll be $1 million. But in terms of most people, anybody can make money. Most people, barely can keep it. But in terms of really growing money, what would your advice be in terms of becoming the millionaire, being the person that can not only become the millionaire, stay a millionaire, but even become a hectomillionaire if possible? What quick advice would you give to the person that's really looking to become better with money?
Yeah. So, with me, I always thought, a penny saved is a penny earned. So whenever I made my first million, I didn't feel like a new person. Because I still remember to this day, I still remember being broke, so it's my fear of going back to that doesn't allow me to be silly with my money.
Right.
So I've taken the money that I made and I've invested into different companies. I'm part owner or investor in 3 different network marketing companies.
Nice.
A gentleman he's launching his own info product. I funded that. I'm part owner in that. Part owner in an apparel and clothing company. Just different stuff. Part owner in a construction company. I mean, heck, I fund a lot of different things. So with me, I didn't want my money just sitting around. I wanted my money making more money.
Right.
And I think that's important because, hey, maybe if I put $60,000 into this over here, it's not me spending $60,000. It's me putting that $60,000 to work. One thing I didn't want to do is be dependent on money from network marketing for the rest of my life.
Right.
Network marketing is a vehicle to get you from where you're at to where you want to be. I didn't want to be dependent on. Now, do I believe that my company is going to be around for my lifetime? I don't see any reason why not.
Right.
I do anticipate being, drawing a 6 and eventually 7-figure per month income from my network marketing company for the rest of my life. Now, do I want to be dependent on it? Absolutely not.
Right.
So I have a friend of mine from California. He was making over $400,000 a month in his network marketing company. 2 years after he left that company, he was broke. I mean, he was in a 2-bedroom apartment struggling to pay for the apartment. So, it's just a situation where be smart with your money and put that money to work for you. Even if you only have $500 to invest in a cryptocurrency. I'm big into Bitcoin, big into Ripple, Ethereum, all different types of cryptocurrencies as well. So
no, that's powerful, man. That's powerful stuff. I think, when it comes to money, it's currency, and I like the fact you said, I keep my money moving. It's a current. You keep your money flowing, and money will continue to flow to you. And we see it all the time. People get greedy, and all of a sudden it dries up because a river can't flow, with no source, right? Then it becomes nasty. The water doesn't move. So it's very important. I mean, I think you really hit on something that, one of those, put an asterisk by it, hopefully people are listening, that you keep your money moving. So in that, and I'll let some people ask their questions.
Another thing real quick, Ryan, another thing that people need to know too is that it's okay to sign up into a network marketing company as a sole proprietor, as an individual. It's not okay to stay there. So you're not meant to be in network marketing as an individual. You're meant to be a business owner. So
exactly.
You want to, as quickly as possible, you want to get an LLC formed, and then you want to transfer that to your LLC, open up a business account at the bank, and then now everything that you do that's in any way related to that business, purchase with your business bank account. That way it makes tax time so much easier, and you can pretty much write off your entire life.
You hear that, people? Okay. It's okay to get into your network marketing company. And just so you know, guys, most network marketing companies will let you transfer whatever the name or whatever into an LLC when you're ready. And it's one of those things that if you're thinking big, if you're really thinking big, and I think a lot of people, subconsciously won't hit those huge numbers in the network marketing company that they want to hit because they're not even doing the steps or thinking about the steps that would actually take to hit those numbers. So yes, that. So money mentors, man. I mean, who are some people that you would consider like money mentors, money coaches? I know you just invested in a pretty decent, pretty cool guy. I think he had a birthday today, right? Is he turned 20 today, right? Did Ray turn 20?
Ray?
Yeah, he turned 20 today, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he turned 20 times 2.
Multiplication. So I know, you keep your money moving in terms of like, you invest in different, companies and products and things like that. But coaches and mentors, man. I know you said because you've got your own, coaching program that you're looking to launch too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Even coaches need coaches. I'm telling you right now, you have to have one. I was spending a day with Ray Higdon a couple of days ago. We were down in Fort Myers, and we spent the day together, and he was telling me about his mentor. So everybody has a mentor. Ray's mentor, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, just shell dollars to hire Ray Higdon as a diamond partner because I needed advice on time management structure. I wanted to learn his infrastructure on how he does his coaching. And then, I had some questions and needed some direction in some certain areas, and I got it. So the $60,000 that I invest will yield millions upon millions. Probably hundreds of millions of dollars throughout my lifetime. And it was a one-time payment. So it might sound.
I heard you say that, this is 7-Figure Friday, but you invested 60 grand with Ray, and you look to already have it mapped out that you'll make $1 million at least in the next 6 months, right?
Yeah, well, quarter of 2018, what I'm going to do, thanks to Ray's, the house that I'm purchasing, it's a 7-figure. I'll have the house paid for from coaching money from what the direction he's given me in the first quarter. So it's what I would advise someone to do is if they don't have the money, take out a loan. There's no reason why you can't invest in you if you believe in you.
Man, that's heavy. That's heavy. So I'll open it up. We'll open it up to the crowd here real quick, and then I know you got to go to dinner, and everybody else probably has dinner plans tonight too. It's Friday night, and so we're all gonna hit up Ruth Chris tonight and whatever. But let's open it up. We'll take. You want to do like 3? You want to do 3? Is that cool?
Yeah, we can do a couple questions real quick.
Okay, so let's knock out a couple. who's got some questions? Who's got some questions? And don't be shy, people. Don't be shy. He has a beard. He is a grown man. He can handle it. Okay.
Right.
He has a beard. We'll take two. And if we don't get him, we're gonna let Austin go to dinner. All right. So, and always remember, guys, ask questions. I mean, you're around someone that chances are knows something that you don't know. Because if you don't have those results, then he probably knows something that you don't know. The truly wealthy are always on a search for knowledge. They're always looking for that extra nugget, always asking questions. And the poor and the middle class seem to know it all. Okay, so
well, another good point too is those wealthy people are always looking for a different way to share. What you share multiplies, and that what you withhold diminishes. So, you know, those people that are in the situation that you'd like to be in, chances are they're looking for an opportunity to share. So, guys, if you have any, go ahead. You know, we're both, you know, Ryan and I are looking at the comments right now. So if you do have a question or two you'd like some clarity on. Okay, so Angela just had a question.
All right. What do we got here?
Yeah, she said, what do you have to say to people that prejudge another person's answer to, are you open to taking a look? I asked because no one ever approached me, and I would have said yes if I'd known about it years ago. So what would I say to people that prejudge that? So here's the thing is, when you prejudge somebody, you take that opportunity away from them and their family before they're giving the opportunity to turn it down. So think about this. I have, through my coaching, we've retired over 400 families employment. You know, that, and then we've helped, I don't even know, you know, countless, maybe tens of thousands of other families produce an extra side income, $500,000, $200,000, $2,000 a month, whatever the case may be. So we've probably affected tens of thousands of people financially in a positive way. But it's not just those people. Because of the way that we did it, you know, they left a bigger tip for the waiter or waitress, who in turn had a better day, who, you know, waited on people in a better manner. And we helped a disabled veteran, you know, and prevented him from being one in 2.5 disabled veterans that commit suicide. You know, we helped a single mom who was struggling. I remember there was this girl, Sarita, in Indianapolis, 7 kids, no help with any of them. And we told her about the opportunity, and she sold everything. She lifted the hood of her Tahoe and sold parts of her car to get in the business, moved her 7 kids in with her brother for 2 weeks, and her first paycheck was over $2,000. And she was hopeless. To her, she had her own clothing line and was in Africa. You know, she was from Indianapolis. She was in Africa. She was talking about going to LA and New York. So, I mean, it's just, and think of all the people that she has affected. If I had prejudged her, if my friend had prejudged me, tens of thousands of lives would have never gotten to see the light in that time of darkness. So I think what I would tell that person is, you're selfish. Quit being selfish. You know, get out there and share this opportunity you believe in, or get out of it.
Man, that's heavy. That's heavy. So let's take one more. I saw some questions around, like, you know, like target audience and, like, you know, finding people that actually run and all that. You know, that probably goes right into, you know, the prejudging, man. I mean, you know, you can't always, you don't know who's going to do what, right? But, you know, how have you found it effective to really, you know, find people and find the right people to run with you and as you target and all that good stuff? So what's been the thing for you that's been like the thing that over the years to help you find the right people to work with or attract the right people to you?
Yeah, a lot of times people don't know they're the right people until you give them the tools and the support, and you believe in them enough to where it's kind of like Morpheus. What's funny is I was doing an interview with Ray, you know, the other day, and he actually, he said something, this is applicable. I don't know if you ever seen the movie The Matrix, but it's a great movie. I would suggest you buy on the whole series. But so, you know, Morpheus believed in Neo so much that he was the one that Neo started to believe he was the one and became the one, you
Right.
know. And so with us, I'm the systems guy. Okay. If someone needs their time back, if they're working too hard in network marketing, like me who has systems, we would teach them how to implement those systems and they would get their time back. I'm here with a buddy of mine who's a multiple six-figure a month income earner in his respective company, and we were talking, and he was like, "Hey, is your team okay? Without you today and all this sort of thing." I'm like, "They really don't need me. We've got systems in place, and I've trained people to replace me. So I'm not needed." So
That's awesome.
So what I would say is, don't prejudge anybody. Have you a system, a step-by-step system. Get them plugged in. Get them plugged into a support system also, and quit thinking my team and start thinking our company.
Wow, man. Hope that sinks in. Man. So I'm gonna let you go, man. I want to just say thank you for taking out your time tonight on 7 Figure Friday. Guys, if you got value from this, feel free to share. Feel free to tag your teams, everybody you know. Feel free to connect with Austin. He is very open, and he's just an amazing dude. Just an absolute servant leader to this industry. If anyone wants to connect with you, man, where can they hit you up, man?
Well, Ryan, they can always hit me on Facebook. It doesn't allow me to accept friend requests anymore, so they would have to just inbox me. I check my message requests. They could always, shoot me. They could go to austinzuloff.com, and we're through there. I don't have any company specific stuff on there. It's, that would just be a way that you could get my 3-day boot camp. And even that is just a rough draft, or you could email me, austinzinternational@gmail.com. But I'm very active on Facebook, so that'd probably be best. And, Ryan, I just appreciate you. And you said all those nice things about me, but man, I see what you're doing. And, you're absolutely a servant leader, someone who obviously cares about the people he touches. And I just appreciate all that you do for the network marketing profession, my friend.
I'm just trying to be like you, man. My beard ain't up there though, but I'm getting
You'll get there. You'll get there. Hey, I didn't get there overnight, man. What's funny is as you get older, hair, God just puts it in places you don't need it.
Right. It's weird. It's like, yo, man, if the entire network marketing industry was watching this, man, you could leave them with one thing, one piece of advice. Just if they never saw you again, never saw anything again, like what would you leave somebody with? What would it be?
Yeah. You want to, on that note, my mind thinking the way it thinks, I want to leave them with my system for duplication and at least my fast start training. But I know that what a lot of people would want to hear is something more inspiring and something more for mindset. And so I'll leave them with that because I don't want to go into a full training as we're walking away.
Right.
we can do another live at some point in time, and I'll give away my fast start training and that system for duplication.
What?
Yeah, no problem. That would you share all the best, my friend. That would
you gotta wait till Christmas. Is that a Christmas gift?
You silly. So what I would say is I remember being hopeless and wishing for an opportunity, and I felt like I wasn't worth success anymore. And so for the person right now with feelings of self-worth or doubt that they are worthy or doubt that they can, I would just say that 1, I believe in you. 2, you're worth it. And 3, anyone can. Someone's going to, and it should be you. So you need to find whatever it is inside of you, get the guts up to believe in yourself once again, and just remember there's people depending on you. Even if it's not your family, there's someone out there right now that's in a worse situation than you, and you're the light in their time of darkness. Believe in yourself, because what matters most is how you see you.
That's heavy. Don't put that on a t-shirt, man. You don't have that like copyright or anything trademark, do you?
No.
All right, brother.
You go ahead and slap that on a hat and make you some money.
I got it, baby. All right, man. Austin, thank you for being on 7 Figure Friday. My friends, have a wonderful weekend. We'll catch up with you Monday, and have a good day, my friends. Good night. Austin, peace. Love you, brother.